I have some scary things to tell you guys about, so keep watching. So I had this idea to start making a video series about the terrifying things that have happened to me in books, or to me and my books together. That's what this is going to be about. And basically it came to me after I had this dream about my books, and it was scary. Alright, so I thought I would start out this series with probably the most terrifying thing that has ever happened to my books. Definitely the most terrifying thing that has ever happened to one of my books. It starts out in the summer of 2013. My family, my mom, brother, and I were in Florida visiting Disney World, as you do. It came time for us to go home, and so the plane ride from Florida to California is a decently long flight. I think it's like 6 or 7 hours, something like that. And so I brought a book to read. The book I brought was this beauty. Yeah, I brought Clockwork Princess to read. But then something terrible happened. So I was reading, and then suddenly the pages turned into this. Just imagine this second book in here is just randomly wrinkled pages. And as you do, you freak out a little bit because water damaged pages out of nowhere is like terrifying. So I'm just sitting here reading my book, enjoying it, and then all of a sudden I notice the pages. The pages. It's bad. That is bad. This book, I'm so sorry about this book. But out of nowhere, the pages start wrinkling. They just start wrinkling. I don't know why. They just do. And I have a little mini meltdown. It's mini, but it gets bigger. Oh, trust me, it gets bigger. So then I close the book and I'm looking at them, and I notice these things here. I didn't have the dust jacket on it. The binding, this stuff, it's still a little curved. See how this is curved up? It was a lot worse. It was like bending up. Like a lot. It was bending. So basically my book looked like this. Like this, but it was closed. And cue the seriously serious meltdown. Like, this is one of my favorite books, and it is bending and waving, and I haven't spilled any water on it. So yeah, I start freaking out. Yeah, I was terrified. My book's ruined. It hurt, as it hurts when any book is ruined. But then I got home, and the book just magically solidified back together. I've never experienced anything like that before. I mean, I haven't been on a lot of planes, but I've never heard of a book like getting water damage from being on a plane. Has that happened to anybody? I'd love to know if you had a similar meltdown. I don't understand why it happened, but I'm glad my book's back together now. I think it might have been because I was going from Florida to California, so humid, dewy, to California where it's relatively dry in the summer. Still don't understand why it happened, and it was scary. It definitely earns the first place mark in this Bookish horror stories series. I mean, how could it not? That's terrifying to have your book just spontaneously become damaged. I hope that never, ever, 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 ever happens again, because it's terrifying. I don't want to think about it anymore. I have cookie in my mouth still. Scary. The theme is scary. Scary. So it starts out in... Oh my gosh, I keep burping.